Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this lovely video. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to kind of get a little bit personal, but I want to take this time to really try and explain where I'm at mentally and where I'm at kind of where it comes to a lot of the content that I make and the things that I am trying to share, the ideas that I have and the ideas that I want people to be getting from me in my videos. I hope that that makes sense, but I feel like a lot of times people have the wrong idea of who I am, what I stand for, and the things that I believe. So a little bit of backstory. So you guys know I made a couple videos about me being on Dr. Phil, but a lot of this really stems from that experience. I think especially looking back more now that it's been a while and the episode has been out and I've had people responding to me and I've had people saying, hey, I appreciate yada, 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 or whatever. It's really put things into perspective for me and where I believe I sit and where I believe I am. I don't want to say called to be because that's really cheesy, but where I just feel like I fit. Okay. And so the reason I'm even talking about this, I know this might make no sense, but there was recently a TikTok that was posted by Lexi Nimmo, who was the fat person on the episode of Dr. Phil, where she shared her experience. Now, this TikTok, we're going to watch it. You have to understand there's context to how these things work. So this TikTok, it's a trend right now where you try and sing along to this song and make up you tell a story and you sing it along to this song. Okay. It doesn't really make much sense. All right. If you're not on TikTok, but it's a trend right now. So that's why they are singing and rapping in this video. If you're curious and confused. Okay. I just really wanted to put that out there. But basically, it's Lexi and her husband sharing how they feel everything went on Dr. Phil, okay? And so we're just gonna let it play.
The thing about me is I was on Dr. Phil to talk about fat phobia. Can you help me? Sure.
So this is her husband that was actually on the show as well.
One thing about me is I was on Dr. Phil.
Okay. One thing about me is I was on Dr. Phil to talk about fat phobia. Can you just do it?
Sure. One thing about her is that she was on Dr. Phil, got flown out to LA State and Hollywood, got a ride to the Paramount lot where she killed. All the producers had planned to have her on so that she could tell her experience.
Okay, so right there, I think one, my boy can rap. I guess we got Vanilla Ice up in here. But it's interesting because it seems like from their point of view, they had a similar experience to me where they were told, hey, it's probably going to go this way, and it went a completely different way. And so it's interesting that it wasn't just me that was kind of like, oh, snap, this is not what we had signed up for, right?
Suddenly, Phil decided he didn't want that. He wanted to fight, period. Said that she denied the science, even though the studies show that he was wrong. Had a doctor on to talk about outlying cases that don't apply at all. 4 people helped him out.
All right. And so this is where I was actually tagged on this on TikTok. Someone tagged me on their TikTok. And so this is where you can see me, right? And I will say, okay, they are not technically wrong when they said there was 4 people on Dr. Phil's side. But I feel like I did a pretty good job of being like not on anyone's side and tried to be in the middle. But again, they definitely felt the same way that I felt. Like it really felt like us against them, and it just was weird. It was weird, but we've already talked about that. So,
but she backed him down because he didn't know the caliber of woman he got when Lexi came around.
Hey, oh, you were there too.
One thing about me is that I was there too, but that isn't the point. Because I watched you go on Dr. Phil and take him to school.
I love you.
I love you.
All right, so cuties, relationship goals, whatever. Okay, so I was reading the comments on this because I was curious because, I'm a YouTuber, I'm full of myself. And so a lot of them are really nice. But one thing that really I thought was really, really cool was one of the top comments right here. And so this is it right here. It says, I just watched the clips. The guy who lost weight seemed really empathetic and really came off like an expert, not Phil, right? And there's some replies. And it said he did a rundown of his own experience on his channel. They tried to make him say stuff that wasn't true about him. He was very sweet. And then it says that was ObesetoBeast. Reacted on his YouTube channel. He said he didn't like how they treated her. He didn't want a fight, but to discuss. So I read that, and that actually made me feel really, really good, right? And so the reason that I wanted to make this video is because it feels like when we talk about, especially if a fat person is in the conversation, when we talk about fat people and losing weight, it feels like it's either fat people are lazy and they are disgusting and they just need to lose weight and they just need to stop being lazy, basically, right? They need to eat less calories and move more, and anybody can do it. And there was a time in my life when I kind of fell in that category because that's what I believed, especially, you know, I have my own bias because I did that, right? I was the person that lost weight and I just stopped eating as much and I moved more, and that worked for me. And so I really did believe for a long time that, like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I still, to an extent, I'm not perfect, but like I still to an extent believe that, like, I am not special. I don't have some weird trait or genetic like predisposition. I don't know why I was able to do it. I don't think it was just, oh, I was determined and I had, like, you know, super powered will. I don't know. But what I do understand now is that I think if I were to sit here and say just because I did it means that you should do it, at the end of the day, that doesn't help anyone lose weight. My goal when it comes to the videos that I make, the reactions that I make, the stuff that I make is to, yes, be a little bit bombastic, to be a little bit over the top, especially in the thumbnail and the title, get people to click on the video. Hey, that's YouTube, man. I hate to break it to you, but if I just named a video like what it literally was, agreeing for the most part with body positivity, but also sharing my disagreements, no one is watching it. It just, so yes, my titles and my thumbnails, absolutely, you could call them clickbaity, you could call them sensationalized. They are, okay? They are. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. I know they are, okay? But what matters to me, and the thing that's sad about YouTube, is if that thumbnail and title ain't good, no one's watching the video, right? That's just, I think, hopefully we all understand that. That is just, it just is what it is. But the content inside of the videos, and just in my heart, that sounds so cheesy, is I want to help people that want to lose weight, okay? I understand that there are people, like probably Lexi and her husband, that probably, it doesn't seem like they probably want to lose weight. So you know what? I can't help them. And that's fine. My time does not need to be spent with me arguing whether or not they're healthy. And that's what that whole episode of Dr. Phil that went out to millions of people turned into. And I was hoping that there would be more of a conversation about why are we struggling with more and more and more people becoming obese and fat, right? And overweight. That is happening. You're not going to deny it because that's the facts. More people now are obese, overweight, and fat than have ever been. So clearly, this is my line of thought. Maybe I'm wrong, but the way I think is clearly what we have been doing isn't working. And what have we been doing for years now? Blaming fat people and telling them to work out more, eat less, and that's the only way to lose weight. Right? Do I believe that how you lose weight is through diet and exercise? Yes, okay? Yes, you have to be in a caloric deficit. But just telling people you need to be in a caloric deficit, stop eating, clearly isn't working. Right? And so what can we do? Can we set things up? How can we help in a more helpful way? Because it feels like now, oh no, I'm just trying to help. By what? Calling someone fat and disgusting and that they need to lose weight? How is that helpful? Because, oh, it's tough love, brother. No, dude, it's not working clearly. So do you actually care about helping the person lose weight? Do you actually care about solving this issue, or do you just want to make fun of fat people? Or do you just want to get rid of fat people? I don't know, but it feels like a lot of people that say similar stuff to me, they treat it like this is the way and this is the only way, where clearly it's not working, right? what we have been doing, the measures that we have been taking, all of the stuff that we have been recommending ain't working. Whether or not the science says that if you, at the end of the day, human beings that are struggling with their weight are not robots. And so, yes, you can say if I input less, then therefore less weight will be had. Yes, but guess what? We're talking about human beings with real lives, real struggles, real issues, real time management issues, real things that are going on in their life that make it very hard to just do that simple equation, right? Weight loss is simple. I believe that in the core of my being. Calories in, calories out. It's a simple equation. But just because something is simple, that does not make it easy. Losing weight is clearly very difficult. But I believe, again, that people can do it. Okay? I'm not here saying that you can't lose weight, and I'm definitely not here saying you shouldn't lose weight. For a lot of people, losing weight absolutely will help their lives so much. And I want people to have that. I know how my life was like when I was 20 years old, when I was at my heaviest, and the things that I was dealing with. I don't want that for anybody, okay? But I also understand that me just saying, LOL, eat less, is not going to help that person that would like to no longer live in that life. That's where I'm at, okay? I'm not anti-weight loss, by no means, actually. I would probably say I'm the opposite. But I am also not tough love, just deal with it, eat less food, right? I really think that there are more things that we can talk about there, and that's a whole nother video, right? But there are more things that we can do to help, if that's really what you want to do, curb this obesity epidemic, fat epidemic, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's clearly a problem. How do we fix it, right? That's what I care about. And so that's why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to make it clear the things that I believe and where I stand in this weird thing. I don't even know what to call it, man. It's just a weird, wherever we are right now in society, that's where I stand. I'm not fully on one side or the other. I believe what I believe, and that's where I'm at. So, I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, leave a comment section. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.